everyone. Welcome to Sideshow Live. Everyone's trying to talk at the same time and it's distracting. But we have an amazing show for you today, so let's get started. This is awesome. So we have a surprise special guest, like a whoops. He fell into the studio and now he's here. And we didn't at all kidnap him and make him be on the show, and that's Mike Tolentino. Yeah. So now you have to be on because I just announced it. There you go. He's here to talk about the Batman versus Superman diorama. It debuted at San Diego, but we'll talk about it more later. We have the Uncanny X-Men art print coming up first. Then we have the Chun-Li V-Trigger Statue from PCS. Did I say that right? The V-Trigger Statue? Thank you. Then we have a Rogue One premium format figure segment. So we have both Jin and K2 in the house. And then we have a Darth Vader 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. Is that an unboxing? Correct. It's an unboxing. Awesome. Thank you so much. And once again, of course, there's a live Q&A happening at the end of the show. So ask us a ton of questions. And possibly Tim is here.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. I just have to say that because maybe if the fans want some Tim time, we can get Tim time possibly. Yeah, give the people what they want, Tim. Anyway, so let's get started with featured collector David Korsak. David Korsak has, ooh, look at that pretty collection. He likes these he likes the muscle guys. That's awesome. He does. It's Hulk and Darkseid and Thanos and Bane. That's a lot of muscles right there. But those look amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your collection with us. If you would like to be the next featured collector, head on over to sideshow.com/blog and click the apply. Yep, click that. Click the apply now button. We love all kinds of collections, so be sure to share them with us. Super exciting news is about to happen. However, I'm going to show you really quickly this S pendant by Han Cholo that I'm wearing before we get into all the awesomeness that is about to occur. We're going to start here with the Sideshow S pendant by Han Cholo. It is an 18-inch sterling silver chain for women and a 22-inch sterling silver chain for men. It's shipping now. Oop, I just wrecked your shot, sorry. It's shipping now and it's $99 USD. So head on over to side.show/pendant and order yours now. It's really cool and it's really simple and really beautiful, so it goes with everything. It's really nice, and thank you to Han Cholo for making this happen for us. So the biggest news that's happening right now is that our live stream set is done, and that's really exciting. So while we're not there today, we will be doing an official launch of the Sideshow Live brand new studio next week. So next week's show is going to have a ton of giveaways. There's going to be some special guests. We possibly have Tim time happening. I'm just going to keep saying it until he caves in. Tim time! So it's just really, really exciting. There's going to be so much. We might do like a mini type of game show. Possibly. John Wick and I have been kind of like brainstorming this. So maybe since John Wick is in YouTube today, we can you guys can like get him to tell you some of the secrets of the new set. So that's exciting. So that's our biggest news. After that comes like, obviously right now we're kind of competing with Apple since they're doing their live stream. Is it done yet? I don't think it's done yet because their store was still down when we went picture live because of new iPhones and stuff. Anyway, so we're competing with Apple. I can totally see this like light that keeps coming because Tim is fussing with a cape. But also some of this huge news dropped today that Henry Cavill's no longer going to be Superman. How does everyone feel about that? I mean, I'm a little sad. I thought he looked like Superman. Yeah? Everyone's just silent. Okay, no one cares about this news except me. All right, that's cool. Moving on. What other news would you all like to talk about since I'm not talking about the correct stuff? Tim time. All right, Tim time. Tim, nope. Oh, he got embarrassed. Okay. Everyone's just playing the Spider-Man game, so no one cares about anything else. So we're going to go to our first video break, and when we come back, Uncanny X-Men. You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Sideshow Live. We have the Uncanny X-Men fine art print right here, right now in studio with us. There you go. This you can tell is by artist Alex Ross. It is gorgeous and officially licensed. The gorgeous is my commentary, just so you know. It doesn't say this is gorgeous in my notes. It's officially licensed by Marvel and limited to only 200 pieces. Now these Alex Ross art prints go really quickly because they're Alex Ross. So it is an 18 by 24 fine art lithograph print with a limited edition, like I said, of only 200, and it will go fast. It is hand signed and has a certificate of authenticity. The framed version will be available for pre-order next Friday. That's Friday, September 21st, between noon and 3 p.m. The framed price is $350 USD. If supplies last, the unframed version will be available for pre-order on Monday, September 24th, between noon and 3 p.m. Pacific time. The unframed version will be $150 USD. However, a lot of times these Alex Ross prints do not last as long as the unframed version. I don't know what is happening behind the camera right now. I feel like they're like air traffic controlling something to land. It's possibly the Superman Batman diorama that's back there. If you would like to RSVP for this Uncanny X-Men fine art print, head on over to side.show/X-Men print. That's side.show/X-Men print and RSVP to be the first to be notified when this amazing piece goes up for pre-order. Of course, if you guys don't already like our Facebook art print page, you're going to want to. They post all kinds of behind the scenes looks and exclusive interviews with the artists that we work with, as well as they are the first to announce the new prints that are going to be available coming up soon. So go to facebook.com/sideshow artprints. That's facebook.com/sideshow artprints and click that like button. Wow. Awesome. So we have another video for you guys, and when we come back, we have Mike Tolentino as well as the Batman versus Superman diorama, and Tim, yay! You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back.
Marvel approached us, it was a year or two ago, about Doctor Strange for omnibus covers and things like that, where, again, Alex is pretty straightforward with, can I do the classic version? Can it be, which version of Doctor Strange do they want? And Marvel, to his glee, said, whatever version. Alex, he didn't, sometimes people don't realize there was an earlier design to Doctor Strange's costume. It was the Steve Ditko version, which Alex always felt was, again, another really overlooked aspect of the character that was just had a tremendous impact on him as a reader and an artist for the character. He always felt that those early stories of Doctor Strange were very defining for the character. And then of course the outfit that came later was cool for him as well. Even the Doctor Strange with when he had the mask, and then later on the one we see now. But Alex was thrilled that they were cool with him to be able to do the Steve Ditko early 60s version. And again, this is, it gets lost a little bit. A lot of people don't always see the Doctor Strange image at the top, or this is kind of, again, a throwback to what you see in the Doctor Strange origin, the Steve Ditko origin. This particular sequence was taken out of a really, really old story of his connection with the underworld and stuff like, which were a big part of the origin. That Marvel was like, go, whichever version he wants to do, and so Alex jumped all over this.
Sideshow Live. We have Tim of Tim Time
Yes,
and
Tim
Mike
finally.
Tolentino.
There's no more
Thank
time.
you
You're
guys
welcome.
so much for being in the
Good.
studio. We didn't even have to put you in your Tim tote. You like came on all by yourself.
I just totally planned this and really happy to be here
There's
right
a
now.
tote.
Yeah, we have a Tim tote for him.
So yeah, I was
Like a
mentioning
baby
I should-
Bjorn?
I'm gonna come
Yeah.
on here in a Tim tote,
Uh-huh.
or get shipped to people in a Tim tote. I think is what it was.
Yes, it
Make more
was.
sense.
That's so much better.
Yeah, we pictured it like a stork
turn this
situation
way.
where he's in a Tim tote.
There it is.
Anyway,
Look at that.
so you guys worked on this Batman versus Superman diorama.
We sure did,
We did.
Susan. Really loved it. Look at that exclusive head right there.
Laser beams.
So tell us a little bit about some of the challenges when putting together a piece like this, like so dynamic and with multiple characters and they're fighting each other.
Gravity sucks.
Gravity.
Yes.
That was huge in the design. Was trying to figure a way to make these interact and stand the test of time.
Wow.
So luckily we've been able to do. We've been doing like the metal reinforcements through the statues for a while now. So getting this one to key in right, so Batman supported and making so Superman supported. That was a big challenge. And then what else? Also getting the designs. We wanted to go straight classic, so instantly recognizable. We didn't want to go too far off this instantly
Classic
recognizable
suits,
costumes.
yeah. Huh?
That's amazing.
Yeah, really cool. So obviously, very dynamic piece. We
Yeah.
had to work for my part when we were talking about doing the capes on these and making them something that is only going to add to the drama of what's going on here in the action, of course. So both of them are fully posable, of course.
Very
for
posable.
Any number of ways. I mean, the way I kind of look at it, when Batman's, you can kind of determine how high Batman's jumping down on Superman by how dynamic you make that cape. You can make it go straight up. And
Wow.
like it's some,
Yes.
some.
The background that I've written on it is that Superman was making his souffle in the Fortress of Solitude. Batman came in and jostled the souffle,
Right.
and that's why they're fighting.
Ah,
Like that scene.
It's a very upsetting.
yeah,
That was a
like that
cutscene.
classic
Yeah.
comic book storyline.
Yeah, that sort of happened.
We're getting a couple of questions from the audience. Be
Cool.
sure to ask questions of Mike and Tim. Mike, who you can't see
Yeah.
because he's hiding
I'm
behind
being
the bat
eclipsed.
butt. So who would Mike and Tim like to see reenact this scene on the big screen?
Susan and Voltron butt.
Susan and a Voltron butt.
Is that what we're saying?
No, I think it's more like actors on a big
Oh.
screen,
Okay.
not
Okay.
not like people in the office.
Whatever. So if we're casting
Yes,
Superman and Batman
yes,
right
yes,
now?
yes. That's what
Okay.
you're doing.
Well, as to the news we had earlier, actually, I'm a little bummed out about the Cavill news. If it is true, although it hasn't
There-
been like
yeah, the
confirmed yet,
agent has-
I still think his best Superman is yet to come. So I hope that they don't do that. So I don't know. I think he would do a fine job.
But then
Obviously,
who would be his
lobotomizing
Batman?
right now.
They've been rumoring Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He'd be all right. I think he'd be
decent
good.
Batman.
I think Michael Keaton proved that anyone really could be it if it's
Yeah.
with the right script and the right movie and the right theme. So I'm open to anybody. I don't judge until I actually see the movie.
John Wick, our moderator of YouTube, wants Armie Hammer to play Superman.
Armie
He'd be
Hammer,
good. No,
right?
he was
bringing back the George
Yeah.
Miller Justice League casting.
He was going to be
there.
Batman, correct?
He was going to be
Yeah.
Batman.
He
So-
wouldn't be bad.
He wouldn't be bad as
And then
either
Dean
of them.
Cain as
No, I
Superman.
think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Actually.
Right?
Dean-
Dean Cain? Dean Cain?
Dean
Dean
Cain is
Cain?
Superman.
Dean Cain,
Is that Dean
2019. It is Dean Cain.
I see.
In the police
I say
lineup.
we just
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, awesome.
Well done. No one get like 5 people.
Yep,
are
I
alive.
know,
Right?
yeah, I
Watching
know,
5
I
people
get it,
watch
I
that.
get it.
All day.
Netflix and chill more often, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we get more dioramas like this?
No.
Maybe some female characters like Wonder Woman versus Cheetah.
That would be cool.
That would
Or
be
Wonder
very
Woman
cool.
and just a big thigh of Giganta. What's her name? So it's just like an ankle.
It's really intimidating piece. Super cool.
That doesn't even. Wow.
Yeah, blew your mind.
Wow.
Between
How
that,
would she fight it though?
She like an anklet and just
Yeah.
wrapped
Like-
it around. Yeah.
She could be demanding the truth from her while trying to
like
trip her.
fighting
maybe.
an AT-AT.
Oh, okay. I get it
So
now.
it's 2 legs. That makes more
We
sense.
can-
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Potential more verses in
Yeah.
the future. Yes.
Some classic ones.
Josh Baker has noticed the kryptonite ring and
Yes.
is wondering if that will light up.
It will not.
It will not light up.
It
That will
will
not
not.
light up.
You were asking about challenges of these pieces. One of the biggest challenges is that essentially you're doing 2 statues. So we had to focus on like a full Batman design and a full Superman design, 2 portraits for Superman. So
Cut and sew on there.
cut and sew on everything is it's everything that's hard. Making a statue, multiply that by 2, and then interact them.
Yeah, I was going to say it's almost like there's a third layer to that because then
Yes.
you have to have these 2 statues and then bring them together to make them back into one diorama
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
dynamic.
What's it?
So we're getting asked, how did you get Batman to do that? And they're saying they're sure that it's a trade secret, so if you can't answer, that's okay. But
What do you mean how?
You're talking about how he's
Like physically?
yeah, like he's
how-
he's jumping and landing like
That's what we do.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a key.
It's
It's a
magic.
big giant key. And when you get yours, it will be like Superman will be one piece, Batman will be one piece. He keys in at in here, and it's a long key that pretty much goes all the way into Superman. And then he's also got an extra support on his elbow.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of support between the 2 of them.
It's all physics.
So we're getting asked kind of more about the like materials and dimensions of the piece. Now this is the prototype, correct?
This is the
Is
prototype.
this the exact one that went to Comic-Con?
This
Yes,
is.
it is.
So
yes.
this is very early in the production stage.
Yes.
So we don't have exact like weight and measurements as that would change during production.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we've gotten some samples already, so we're deep into production on this. It won't be that far off as far as weight. We're trying to find a way to make Batman as light as possible. And as far as materials, it's going to be pretty just straight up resin.
Polystone.
That will be polystone. That will be clear.
And how
The
about that
base
Mike? That's got some
is
cool
got
dimensions.
some cool elements. So if you look on this guy, you can kind of see my finger through. So it's clear. We've kind of masked it off so it goes solid and it transitions into this nice clear. We're going to replicate that in production.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
This one that Superman's breaking on top is clear as well. So we're going to incorporate that. So you'll see that. So it's still resin. It's just a clear resin, but no major parts that are going to be in plastics or any kind of ABS or like that.
Okay.
Maybe the battering will be plastic just for
And
keep
they're
it sharp.
so are the laser eyes detachable or is it the whole head?
It's a whole nother
It's a whole-
portrait. Yeah.
So that is
This
the
is the
exclusive on
Correct.
this piece is the whole head that has the laser vision, or
Mhm.
heat vision. Sorry, I keep calling it laser vision. I know better
That works.
too.
That's okay.
Does Sideshow treat these prototypes like the Stanley Cup with white gloves and everything?
Oh, man.
Tim does. No, we were just off screen putting it together with glue and just hopes, dreams, and all these
Sometimes these
prototypes.
prototypes
Yeah.
come in different pieces than you will get them once
Yeah.
you're purchased and they deliver it to your house. So they have to put it together a little bit differently, which is why we need people like Mike and Tim to be able to do that, because even I and most of our crew have no idea how to exactly put together a prototype and make it look this pretty.
It's a delicate process.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they travel
And they
so
have to
much.
try exactly. So this one was actually almost in a box to go to New York.
Yeah.
It was in a box.
It was in a box.
It
to
was
go
in
to
a
New
box.
York.
And then I
And then we had
remembered.
to-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes before the show started, and I was over here
Yeah.
making sure it was going to stand.
So really, it's almost the opposite of the Stanley Cup, where they need to get into the like nitty gritty of all the little pieces and figure out where these things key back together and make sure that all of the capes go in correctly and everything like that.
Which actually was the light you were seeing
Yes.
that you
Yes.
commented on earlier.
That was
was
Tim.
my cell phone light. So I was furious trying to make sense of this.
And that's one of the things that we look at when we're making these things is if it's hard for Tim to put it together, it's going to be hard for the customer. So we try
Oh,
to make
yeah.
it as easy as possible and try to streamline a lot of the processes and make things as together as possible,
right.
but also still pieced out.
Some
we can-
assembly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't really want Batman and Superman to just be one giant piece.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Mic'd. So what is the scale of this diorama?
Roughly fifth scale.
Roughly fifth scale. That's awesome. So a couple more little things about the piece that I have in notes. Both the capes are cut and sew and very posable, as Tim mentioned.
I think this is actually different than what we had displayed at Comic-Con.
I mean, every time
really?
we can get it different. Yeah.
How did you have them? Just how was it? Oh,
I
you
think
posed
I
them
had
differently.
posed it
Oh, I
differently.
thought you meant they were
More.
different capes.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
You
no.
just posed them
They're
differently.
posed differently.
So both Batman and Superman's cape are completely posable. Batman has a batarang in one hand and a kryptonite ring in the other because he is very upset about
The souffle.
the souffle situation. He
mad he
expected
wasn't
it to be
invited.
ready when he got there,
Right.
and it was not. And Batman gets very hangry for desserts.
It's very specific about his desserts.
I actually like that
It
story.
was a cheat day. And you get mad at your cheat days.
Yeah, exactly. As far as height-wise, it is over 23 inches high, and we can't give you an exact measurement on the height because depending on how you pose the cape, you could wind up
Yeah.
with a higher Batman cape. He could be
Straight, just
dropping
straight.
down. We're getting requests, by the way, Tim, on a how to be a cape poser
okay.
video segment. It
okay.
could be integrated into Tim Time.
I will consider this.
We could do like one of those inset things where you just pose a cape the whole show because
Like when Alfred was
like when
sculpting.
Alfred was sculpting, but you're just posing a cape because that's how long it actually takes him to pose these capes.
But he also makes sound effects when he's posing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's an important part.
yeah,
of it,
it
too,
is
yeah.
because he has to like
It
get
was
the
a secret up until
You
now.
gotta be the wind.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yep.
I get it. So the exclusive, as we have mentioned, is Superman's Heat Ray Vision portrait. Heat Ray Vision.
Heat ray vision.
Heat Ray Vision.
You evolved that from the last thing you said.
Yeah, well, that's what it says in my notes. The Heat Ray Vision portrait. So
Yeah.
is that official?
I don't know, but
It's
this
just a heat
has me
vision. That's a
really
lot of
worried about
adjectives.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. There's not a lot of time left here.
No.
So there's two of them. They go up for pre-order Thursday, September 13th between noon and 3 p.m. That is tomorrow, guys. It is $6.99 USD for the exclusive, $6.85 for the collector's edition. And so head on over to side.show/BatsVSoups. Bats v Soups. You guys did a bromance thing just there.
Bats
It
v
was adorable.
Soups. Wow,
Bats v
we're friends.
Soups. That is amazing, guys. Are there any cool little things that you put in here that you would like to point out to make it, you guys always put fun little Easter eggs and stuff in it.
Well, I'm
We did
always
back in
happy to
line.
get a logo on Superman's cape, so there's that. That's fun.
Yeah.
How
No, there's nothing hidden.
How happy is Tim that Superman has trunks?
I'm so happy. Thank you for asking that, whoever that was.
was
JD Banner.
Thanks, JD Banner. Thumbs up, pal. All day. I'm all
Extremely
about
happy.
it.
What was the decision about when they went full black batsuit versus blue and gray?
What we did is we were looking at the 2 original PFs that we did, and we said, let's make those guys fight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's-
That's a great little sideshow
Yeah.
Easter egg. See, that's
Oh, there you go.
that's
There's
the
an Easter
stuff.
egg. So one of the Easter eggs that we did is that we made these just like the original PFs.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
However, we had reversed what we did with the fabric for those, because the first 2 were suits with sculpted capes,
That's true.
Yeah.
right?
All
So
super
then
planned.
this time I got to come back around and have them fight each other, both with their fabric posable capes.
Yes.
One of these days
So,
I'll be able
yes.
to do a full Superman with a real.
Yeah.
One of these days, Tim will just morph into Superman.
Yeah.
It'll
Any
just
day
happen.
now. Yeah.
It'll just happen, and he'll be like, "See the S? I got an S
Yeah,
on my
it's
cape.
on my back.
On my cape. That means I'm Superman, guys.
That's it. I grew hair overnight too.
Just full
Very
Superman.
cool. Yeah.
It's happening
This,
with the curl and
this
everything.
needs to go up here.
Yeah,
I think,
and then the
Ooh,
curl.
that's how you change, like
Right.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
You just have
Instead of the
I
glasses,
would
you're
totally
like,
throw everybody off. Like, whoa.
Gross beard on.
awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. And then you guys have all the information to go RSVP for the Batman vs. Superman diorama at side.show/BatsVSoups. When we come back, we will have the Chun-Li V-Trigger Statue from PCS. You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back.
Bruce Timm's art just had such a huge impact on people because it was just so different, so new. It was a language of line work that was unlike anything people had seen at the time.
DC animation just really kind of exploded, expanded. It was a huge inspiration. The designs, the storytelling, even the animation, it's just so unique.
The representations on the show were everything that you loved about the comic. It gave a whole generation Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman to know and to love.
Line work and silhouettes, no matter which angle it's drawn at, you could see in the show that it creates a sense of movement. So we wanted to kind of capture that energy and bring that energy into a three-dimensional form that's representative of the feeling of the cartoon.
We're starting the line with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And with DC, we always default to the Justice League Trinity because it covers so much.
We didn't want a static presentation. We really wanted something that not only captured the style, but captured the animation.
It's kind of meant to embody the best attributes of each character.
Translating any 2D art, especially art that fans hold really dear, turning that into 3D is always a challenge.
You always have to check your lines from every single angle, every step of the way, because one contour from the front, it looks totally different when translated in 3D from a different angle.
During the show, the style started to change, and we just wanted to take bits and pieces of everything and make the idealized version of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
We're just doing a little highlighting and shading to sort of give them a more three-dimensional feel, but I think from any angle you could take a picture of it and it would look like a still from the show.
We wanted the base to be very specific to that character and their storyline.
Much more representative of the backgrounds in the show, splattered and stipply, kind of creating tonal maps and shadows rather than more subtle paint on the figure.
I think we've taken the art and found a fun, new, unique way to present it.
The collaboration aspect on these things it's amazing. Pretty much everyone involved has an intense love for these characters.
I'm hopeful and optimistic that our fans will find the joy in these things as much as we have.
The sense of action, I think, is really what ties them all together. It's been great watching the main trinity kind of come to life, but I think fans will be excited to see which characters outside of the trinity may be coming up.
Welcome back to Sideshow Live. We have Chun-Li V-Trigger Statue. This is from PCS Collectibles. This is so cool. I love the movement that's like portrayed in this statue, which makes complete sense because she is from the Street Fighter video game series. So of course she would be like moving and fighting and just like in an action pose. So I'm really glad that they portrayed that here as well. So this is from the Street Fighter video game series, and there's a whole statue line by PCS that's from Street Fighter, so she is one of them. She is made from polystone and is 17 inches tall. She comes with a signed certificate of authenticity and is limited edition to only 150 pieces. That is such a low edition size, like that's insane. So if you guys want to get her, you are going to have to jump on that at side.show/Chun-Li. That's side.show/Chun-Li. She's low stock also, by the way. I just saw that note. She's low stock, shipping now, a low edition size, and her exclusive is a signed art print by Edwin Huang. That's, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So Okay, and she's only $310 USD. Did I already say that? Because that's kind of crazy. Low edition size, low stock. If you are a Street Fighter fan, if you're a video game fan, if you're a nostalgia fan, you're gonna want this in your collection. And look at I'm just so like in awe of how they did all this action stuff with her. It's so cool. And it really looks like the video game. Plus the print, it's the exclusive art print. But that's the exclusive, so you have to order it through us to get the print. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm just going to give her another spin, and then we are going to go to another video. Hopefully it's shorter. And then we're going to come back and talk about the Star Wars Rogue One premium format figures. You're watching Sideshow Live. We will be right back.
There's just certain aspects that danger brings up at its most primal form. Fire, sparks, heat, guns, and explosions. I think the uniqueness of what makes Danger Girl special is a spy girl walking a runway with a gun kind of a look. My name is J. Scott Campbell. I'm a comic book artist. Abby Chase is somebody who grew up very curious of the world, and that curiosity seems to propel her into trouble. She exudes a confidence of like a runway model, but I think she often kind of gets in these situations where she gets out of it by the skin of her teeth. All the Danger Girls, Abby Chase, Sydney Savage, Natalia Castle, they kind of have a bit of a sexy sleekness to them that you oftentimes see in a James Bond film. When Sideshow first approached me about doing a premium format Danger Girl, I was very excited. It actually is her 20th anniversary, so it was fun to sort of go like, how do we create a statue that conveys that classic recognizability, but also kind of like gives her a bit of an update. To me, that was always the fun thing, is sort of having a name where the visuals completely and totally followed through with the idea. I mean, it looks so good up close. It's really a stellar statue.
Hi, welcome to the Rebellion. We have the Star Wars Rogue One premium format figure set happening right here, right now. These two pieces are so amazing. They're both from Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and we love these characters so much. Let's start with K2 over here. So this is the K2 premium format figure. He obviously has a light up feature that you can see right there. His eyes do light up. He has metal legs, because something really cool about K2SO is that he was a mocap character, and so they could make him look however they wanted. However, once you put that into the real world and practicality, when you're trying to make a premium format figure, that makes him a little bit top heavy. So in order to balance out and give him the ability to actually stand, we had to give him metal legs as his like foundation. That way he could actually stand up. So that is a really cool way to make him a mixed media piece. He is standing on a Citadel Tower themed base. So this is like during the Battle of Scarif, when he is standing, you know, outside protecting Jyn and Cassian while they try to find the plans to the Death Star. He's holding a blaster. He is 22 inches tall, as you can see while we pan up on him, and he is limited to only 600 pieces. There are only 600 pieces of this K2SO premium format figure. He is shipping now, and he is $650 USD. So head on over to side.show/K2PF. That's side.show/K2PF. And you can order him right now. He can just, you know, if you order him, he can just ship to you, because he's in stock and available. And like, you can just have your own reprogrammed Imperial droid heading on over to your house, like right now. Yeah? Yeah. And if you get K2, you're gonna want his girl to go with him. Yeah, he didn't trust her at first. I mean, a lot of people didn't trust her at first. She was kind of like, a rogue? Huh? Huh? A rebel? Okay, I'm done. Anyway, this is the Jyn Erso premium format figure. She has the likeness of Felicity Jones. She has her concho is what her concho right here. What? Yeah, I know. But look, you can put it up. You can put it down. Anyway, I'm just playing. So, fine. What? Anyway, she's on a Planet Edu themed base. This is supposed to be reenacting the scene where she goes to rescue her father, but as we know, that doesn't really go as planned. So she is limited to only 500 pieces in her exclusive edition. The exclusive edition has a swap out portrait that has the hat and the goggles, so she could be in the rain and survive the elements on Edu itself. She is also shipping now. She is $4.99 USD, and her where you go to get her is side.show/UrsoPF. That's side.show/UrsoPF. You guys are definitely going to want to add her to your Star Wars collection. She goes really, really well with all of the different like ladies, or all the different like any character in the Star Wars premium format line. Like she's paired up with Rey, and you can almost have them like kind of like looking at each other, and like new generation of Star Wars happening right there in front of your eyes in your collection. So you guys are awesome. We have an unboxing for you, which is I know what you guys have all been waiting for, because those unboxings are rad. So we have another video, and then we'll be unboxing the Darth Vader 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. You're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and welcome to an awesome unboxing segment of the Darth Vader 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. Thank you so much, Hot Toys, for sending us this advanced sample to unbox on the show. So this is really, really awesome. Again, classic, classic Star Wars packaging. It's very sleek, very, very stylish. You can even display it with your other Star Wars packaging because they all match. Oh, it's Empire Strikes Back artwork inside, because this is from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. So it's recreating probably the most iconic scene in all of Star Wars, if not all of movie history in general. Well, one of them, I would say. This Darth Vader comes with a lot of stuff, so much so that there are layers upon layers of things to unbox. Look at this. So again, very, very important, there's instructions. Be sure to pay attention to the instructions, but take a look at everything that there is to unbox. Yeah, super cool. But that's not all. There's a whole separate layer just for the base. I mentioned that this is from Empire Strikes Back, so this is very much an Empire Strikes Back base that you do also have to kind of put together. So I am going to be doing that first, so Vader has a place to stand. It is a Cloud City themed base because, well, you all know what happens in Cloud City. You've all seen You've all seen the movie, hopefully. Ooh, oh my gosh, look at how awesome this base is. Okay, I think this goes here. No, that does not go there. Well, this goes here. That's easy. And then Vader would stand here. I think this does go here. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Oh, does this? Ah, I think that's how this works. There we go. Now see, I'm sure if I had read the instructions, I would have known that. So be sure to read the instructions. Now that we have the base set up, we have, well, this is an amazing array of swap out hands that we have right here to show you guys. So it comes with 9 swap out gloved hands, including a pair of hands for lightsaber holding, a pair of hands for holding belt boxes, 4 gesturing hands, and 1 piece of force using right hands. So that's right here. I'm just gonna do this a little bit. And let's get Darth Vader himself out of his packaging. Now, the most challenging thing with a piece like Darth Vader is going to be the cape, because the cape is, well, there's like a slit in the back of the plastic, and you kind of have to like gently get the cape through that. Look at you, handsome. So this is the Darth Vader. I'm gonna stand him on his Cloud City base right here. Wow, okay, I'm gonna have to look at him really quick. Darth Vader's really tall, so you're gonna have to adjust the height. Oh my gosh, this cape, the fabric on it is just stunning. Oh, look at that shot. That is like the Dark Lord of the Sith, like right there. Yeah, right there. So cool looking. And here are his 2 lightsabers that he comes with. He comes with the 1 hilt, and then he has the moving one in case you want to pose him in some sort of action type way. This very much portrays movement of the lightsaber blade itself. So we're just going to put that right there. He also comes with one of his swap out hands, has another lightsaber hilt on it and batteries, so he can light up. So that's this hand right here on the end. So that is really cool. Oh my gosh, look how good this guy looks. Wow, what an elaborate base. Well done, Hot Toys. Just adjust the helmet there so he can look his best. So this is a newly crafted Darth Vader armor and suit. He has his also newly crafted cape. We can see right here. Oh, this cape is stunning. I just want to like, makes me want to like somehow get one for myself. He has a chest panel with LED light up functions. He has a system function belt with LED light up effects. He has a pair of black boots. He has an LED red lightsaber, a lightsaber hilt, a red lightsaber blade in motion, and a Cloud City LED diorama figure base. So this does have light up features as well, so you can light up the base if you would like. This is just so, oh my gosh. Look at that, see? All these different little pieces. It's the little touches that make this piece spectacular. So we're gonna just do a little bit. I'm not necessarily the greatest poser, but we can have an attempt at a slight pose right there. He is shipping soon, so if you would like to add this amazing Darth Vader 6-scale figure from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, to your collection, you can do it right now at side.show/VaderFig. That's side.show/VaderFig. He will be shipping very, very soon, so be sure to pre-order him. All of our Darth Vader pieces do sell out rather quickly, so get on that now. Thank you so much to our friends over at Hot Toys for sending us this advanced sample. And thank you guys for watching this unboxing segment. So we're at our Q&A segment, which means you guys are going to have to ask us a lot of Q's, and then we'll give you some A's. So while you guys ask us all the most amazing questions, beep-a-da beep, beep, beep-a-da beep, beep, this just in. Chun-Li is actually on sale right now for $259.99 USD. So that is crazy. That was not mentioned in the segment that Chun-Li was in. So that gorgeous piece by PCS is on sale right now, and she ships for free just in the US or worldwide? US. Just in the US. So she is shipping free, and she's $259.99. So head on over to side.show/Chun-Li, and you're going to want to add her to your collection now, because why not? She ships for free and she's on sale. So there you go. What more do you need? So now I'm going to, while I'm again waiting for the cues, I have a winner to announce. The C-3PO 6-scale figure that we unboxed is going to Robert Vaughn in the US. So yay! Congratulations to Robert Vaughn for winning that amazing C-3PO 6-scale figure. That's such a great, like, classic figure to have in your collection. So, wow, okay. We have a couple of questions right here. One is about the K2SO figure, asking about how the lights are activated, if it's clap technology. It is not. You actually can remove his head, and there's a little button on the inside, and then you put it back on. It's very, very simple. There are ways. I feel like there's instructions in the box. Nope, there's not. So that's how you do it. You just take off his head, click the button, and put the head back on. Yep, cool. The Batman statue collector is asking, I like that you care about the Henry Cavill announcement, but if they replace him, who would you want as the new Superman? Didn't we touch on this, Batman statue collector? Hansen. Yeah, we would want Tim Hansen. Tim Hansen of Tim Time. We know that John Wick wants Armie Hammer, but we want Tim Hansen. Timmy Hammer. That's why did I repeat that? Why did you say that? That is not a thing. I don't know who I would actually want as Superman. I don't know. Henry Cavill was such a good choice. So, I don't know. John Hamm's too old. You're too old. I know. I'm also too old to play Superman. And the wrong, yeah. I'm not Kryptonian. I don't have powers enhanced by Earth's yellow sun. So, there's that. there's so many reasons why I should not play Superman. But John Hamm would have been really, really good. And he definitely looks like Superman.
Good Jor-El.
He would be a good Jor-El. Explain what a concho is. A concho is a poncho in the Star Wars universe. They just came up with a different name for it, and that's canon. Like, that's pretty much like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But they call it a concho in the Star Wars universe. It's like, you know, like a hover thing would be like a speeder. It's like, you know, there's like different things in the Star Wars universe. Like blue milk is bantha milk, and then green milk is thalys iron milk. Uh-oh, I just started a huge debate in the comments. What? Oh my gosh, I just started a huge thing in the comments. I feel really bad for everyone. Question, will there be a bigger, better fort for Spooktacular this year, and who will be in charge of building it? I mean, we will have an entire set that we could potentially turn into a Spooktacular fort, and I feel like I'm putting Brendan in charge of it, because I put Brendan in charge of a lot of things. Plus, I feel like he would make a really kick-ass fort. It would have like traps and stuff, and like a soundproof wall to like keep Kitty out. She's like explaining too many things on the after party, so I'm like, no more facts about statues. That's not at all true. Kitty and I there's a reason that we podcast, because we just talk about things and then all of a sudden we're getting that like time's up thing, and we're like, oh, right. We're not allowed to just keep talking about statues and characters forever. So MCE says, will K2 have a plug for his light up effect, or is he battery operated only? Mike? Battery only.
The wee little button cells.
Oh, well, it's just his eyes too, so it's not like you have to constantly replace the battery or anything. So yeah, it's just his little eyes, so it's just battery only.
More and more we try to lean towards battery only.
That makes sense, because then you don't have to rely on your statue having to be displayed like next to a plug. Rick Cabrando says, I know Susan doesn't play video games, but is Susan going to try the Spider-Man game? I will try the Spider-Man game as soon as I have like this video game tutor who's in the works, and he is going to start teaching me these amazing moves on video games. But the like trick is he's 11. So I have this like really hilarious 11-year-old video game tutor in the works happening, because you guys all wanted to watch me play video games live or like learn how to do that on a Twitch channel. So we're in the process of setting that up. We're in
to play the Black Cat DLC when
I definitely want to play the Black Cat DLC when she comes out. But definitely my 11-year-old, we're in negotiations with this 11-year-old. I have promised him popcorn, and he will work for popcorn most of the time. So I think the deal is almost sound, but we have to go through his agent, which is his mom, and that's how we're doing that. But yes, the answer is yes. I really, 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 really want to play the Spider-Man video game, because one, Spider-Man's one of my all-time favorite characters, and two, it looks so much fun. Anyway, again, people are asking who's a favorite guest who's appeared on Sideshow Live. Well, I don't have a favorite. I don't play favorites. That's not how I roll. But I'm super stoked for the new live studio that's happening next week, because one, I'm sick of like looking like a floating head on a black on black background, and two, I'm sick of this bar that's like right here that I constantly hit, and three, the set looks so cool, and John Wick and I are going to be playing like games via like actually on the set and then not on the set. And then we are going to have a handful of our special guests, as many as we can get back. Probably Tolentino, because I just volunteered him. Yep. So Tolentino is now announced as a special guest. We'll have others. We'll have so many giveaways, and the set just looks so amazing. We're gonna tease it. I think we're definitely gonna tease it on our Instagram story before the actual show. And I decided that just now. So good job, bosses. That's approved because I said it live on the internet. Anyway. I'm so excited about the new set. It's going to be awesome. So definitely tune in next week because the giveaways are just insane from some of the stuff. It's going to be a mini practice spooktacular live show. That's how we should explain it. Mini practice spooktacular live show. Are you guys psyched about the new Halloween movie? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. I forgot there was a new Halloween movie. I'm psyched because it's the 40th anniversary of Halloween this year, 1978 to 2018. So they're doing all these really awesome old screenings of it in LA, and I'm really excited to go to those. So I forgot there was a new one because I'm excited about the anniversary of the old one. Oops, I'm a bad horror fan. And are you guys going to be at, I feel like we answered this question, but are you guys going to be at NYCC? Yes, we're going to be at NYCC. It is going to be super exciting. There's going to be an exclusive pin happening at NYCC at our booth, and all that information is in the blog on how to get it, how to it's a scavenger hunt-ish. Yes, Kitty? Yeah. Kitty's being really quiet today, so I don't know what's up with her. So you should all ask Kitty how she is, because she's in the corner taking a cat nap or something. I don't know. So it's all in the blog. It's a scavenger hunt. So if you're going to be at NYCC, you're definitely going to want to get a hold of this pin because, oh my God, it's really cool.
And we have all the nitty-gritty rules on the blog, so make sure you read those rules.
Oh, so there are rules that you guys need to read. So please read them. Because John Wick John Wick isn't going to just give out these pins either. He's going to be with them. You could trade for pencils and coins or whatever John Wick wants. So then also besides that at NYCC, Loot Crate is giving away a Jungle Hunter Predator. So that's amazing. That's a huge giveaway. And then also there will be an exclusive figure available for purchase. More details on that later this week and into next week, but I can't say what it is. No? Okay, I can't say what it is. Sorry. We'll tell you later. So, wow. There's so many cool questions coming in. So Kitty and I guess I mentioned that Kitty and I do podcasts. So we're getting asked about our podcasts. Our podcasts are available on any place you listen to podcasts. They're the Let Your Geek Side Show podcast. So if you just search Let Your Geek Side Show, there's a generic Let Your Geek Side Show podcast. Then there's the Then and Now podcast where Kitty and I have a significant age difference. And that one takes a character and talks about the character from the different perspectives of generations reading the character. And then we do a Geek Culture Countdown where it's a countdown list. So we take different things. The most recent episode was Star Wars vehicles, which everyone had an opinion on. So we like that, actually. I like to know that we're wrong or that, oh, they did a good job. But yeah, it's nice to listen because everyone has different opinions on this stuff and everyone comes from different perspectives. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. And they're on any place that you can download podcasts like iTunes, Spotify, Alexa, Amazon Alexa.
We have them on YouTube.
And YouTube as well. And we post them on our Facebook. So basically any place you can possibly listen to podcasts, we have them there. So you can listen to Kitty and I talk about geek stuff. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. Do you guys already have your Halloween costumes planned out, or will they be last-minute decisions? Intern Sam's doing this, so I think that means that his is planned. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, or it's he's not talking, he's just doing this. So I imagine that means it's planned. I believe Challengers is planned. Yeah. Yeah. Challengers is planned. I know what Kitty's doing.
Should we say what they are?
No.
Okay, good.
P.S. Halloween's a Wednesday. We're all going to be showing them, except Kitty, who doesn't go on camera ever because she's not a person. Kitty's a robot that we created, and we have to charge her, and you think you've seen her reflection, but have you? Anyway. Does Chicky have a costume yet? No, Chicky does not yet. Mike?
Don't rush me.
Maybe. I'm trying to convince the kids to be off-duty Power Rangers. So all we have to do is wear like
Mike
red
telling-
shirts and red flannel. I've got like 10 kids.
Yeah, Mike has like a clan of children, like a tribe. It's jungle warfare in your household, yes? Okay, that's what I thought. I assumed because of, you know, the like love of hippos and then the warrior children. So that to me made jungle warfare.
All accurate, yes.
Okay, all right, cool, awesome. So they're going to be off-duty Power Rangers?
That's what I'm trying to do, because then we don't have to buy anything. But
That's, well, you do have 10 kids, so that makes sense. Brett and Brendan? Nope, no, nothing
they're
yet.
Power Rangers with us.
They're going to be Power Rangers with the clan children. Yes, awesome.
Right.
With the like spear. I picture your kids being like an Ewok tribe. Because they're really cute. You have really cute
And
kids.
they're furry.
But they're also like,
They're
you know,
really hairy.
but warriors.
That's true.
You know, like murder bears. They're so cute, but then you're like, oh, you're so cute, but you have a spear, and that scares me. So that's awesome. And then Spooktacular, we've mentioned a couple times. Yes, Spooktacular is at the end of October every year. It is a week's worth of crazy and Chris Pine fortunes. I think that's the easiest way to sum it up, right?
Yes.
It's crazy and Chris Pine fortunes. So if you are a fan,
Chris Pine? You're giving me
I love him. I just
the
don't-
eyes.
Does he tell fortunes?
Chris
Yes.
Pine, yes, Chris Pine tells fortunes.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
And if you don't know what any of that means, you should probably play along with Spooktacular this year because it's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, and with the animated series video that we saw earlier, are there any other characters you would like to see represented in that line? Yes, there are characters I would like to see represented in that line. However, these are not official announcements of any characters that could be coming up in that line. Just disclosing that information right now. I am not announcing anything because I don't actually even know what's up next in that line. I know that I would like to see Catwoman from the animated series because I love that costume. It's like one of my favorite Catwoman costumes ever.
The first one or the pointy-eared one?
The first one, the gray one. The gray one and the gold belt. Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. No, not New Adventures. I'm talking the animated series. Come on. Come on, Mike. Come on. Who else would y'all like to see in that line?
Two-Face.
Two-Face? Yeah. Hawk Girl, if we're doing Justice League as a whole.
Scarecrow from the New Adventures.
Oh,
Noose around the neck.
yeah. Oh, that's creepy.
Poison Ivy, but both
Yeah.
both versions of her are fantastic.
Yeah.
So either one.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Ventriloquist.
What about, I want Grey Ghost.
Grey Ghost.
Grey Ghost. I loved that, I loved Grey Ghost. That was so good.
With
Alfred!
exclusive sandwich.
Oh my God, Alfred with an exclusive sandwich. Hey, you're a project manager. Make it happen.
Like that hasn't been pitched 1,000
I bet it's been pitched 1,000 times. I'm sure it has been. Oh my God, what I mean, and then also if we're opening up to the Justice League Unlimited, I would kill for Arrow and Canary and Huntress and all Martian Manhunter. Let's keep going. The Vixen.
Mention Harley at all.
Well, she was teased in the video. And I said, this isn't official announcement. She's teased in the video. Whoops. So if you guys pay attention to the video, there are some teases in there. But yes, I don't have to like want Harley because she's coming. So that's exciting. But a Bruce Timm Harley, that's probably the best thing ever in the whole world because that's where she came from. So of course you need Harley in that animated series collection. Yeah? Yeah. All right, we had such an amazing show for you guys today. We featured the Uncanny X-Men print by Alex Ross. We had not just Mike Tolentino, who was amazing on the show. Thank you, Mike, for being on the show. But we also somehow managed to get Tim on. So Tim, because of Tim Time, in his Tim Tote. The Batman vs. Superman Diorama was on the show. Be sure to pay attention to when that goes up for pre-order tomorrow. RSVP. You know how to do it by now. Just go do it. We featured the Chun-Li V-Trigger Statue from PCS. That is on sale and ships for free. There's no reason not to get her. She has a low edition size. She's on sale. She ships for free. She's low stock. What else do I have to say to convince you? She's awesome. We showed you the Jyn Erso and K2SO premium format figures to start off a new wave of your Star Wars collection. We even unboxed a Darth Vader 6-scale figure from Hot Toys. Again, thank you to our friends over at Hot Toys for allowing us to unbox an advanced sample of that piece. Remember, we go live all the time. Next week, we are unveiling our live studio, our official live studio that we've been waiting for almost a whole year. And now it's finally here. So next week, you need to be able to watch this show. So head on over to sideshow.com/notify and turn on all your notifications so you know when we're going live. We're doing giveaways. We have special guests. Mike Tolentino will be there. What else do I need to do to convince you? Again, thank you so much for watching all of our shows. Turn on all those notifications. We'll see you in the live studio, the brand new live studio next week. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today we're going to be hitting poses that showcase a character's dogged determination in the face of extreme adversity. To do that, we're going to be using the Armored Batman Battle Damage version from Hot Toys. Let's get started. Okay, here he is, the Armored Batman Battle Damage version. Still in his box, exactly how he's going to come to you. Comes with a wide range of hands for you to play with, a kryptonite spear, a grapple, and a grenade launcher. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see what this guy's capable of, so let's get rolling. Okay, at last I have my hands on the Armored Batman figure. I've been looking forward to seeing what I can do with this for a really long time. So I think that in this case, I'm going to really go more for presence than for anything else, at least for this initial pose. Let's start with swapping out some hands. Just want to lose these gauntlets here, just the relaxed posture, because that's not really what I'm after. All right, get rid of those, and we're going to use, for his left hand, I'm going to use a closed fist to get that ball joint back in there. Now, since I'm actually having to mess with this ball joint while it's still out of the socket, I'm just going to go ahead and orient it so that I can move the fist like this, because I want to just do like that whole, like he's flexing his forearm there. And once I get that pulled off, then just put it back in its home. Easy peasy. I'm going to take this off. This thing separates so that you can turn on the light. The batteries for this light up feature in the spear go right in here. There's this little tiny screw right there. Just get yourself a precision screwdriver. You know what to do with that. Once you get that out, 3 button cell batteries will drop right down in there. You can flick on this switch right here and it will light up. Oh yeah, look at that. Success. Victory is mine. I've won again, as I win at all things. I think that that's just a little too high up for what I had in mind, so I'm going to pop that back out again, because the reason I keep pulling this part of the spear out while I'm manipulating the hand on the spear shaft is because I'm concerned that if I don't do that, I'm going to apply too much pressure inadvertently on this end of the spear, and it's going to snap that part off. So avoid that if you can by pulling that out and just working with the base of the spear. And there you go. I got it right where I want it to be. Now I can return that to its home and get this guy back on to the wrist peg. Done. So again, this is going to be just a basic museum pose of this figure. So as such, it's going to be all about the angles. So I'm going to have him looking this way, because if this were to be on display, I would really want to highlight this great portrait of Ben Affleck that's showing through this broken helmet. So rotate the figure so that that side of the face is facing to the front. Let's take this leg and twist it just a little bit so the toe is facing out that way. All right, I want to rotate this torso towards the front as well. And maybe, I think, just shift the hips to the front and bend the upper torso towards me. See what I did there? Just kind of gives a little bit of an attitude. I could just imagine that he's looking down into that crater at Superman and just like, that's right, I got you. When I'm doing a museum pose, you don't necessarily, a lot of people like to have really dramatic action poses, but what I've come to find out is that as long as you hit almost every point of articulation on a figure, you don't really need to go crazy and super dramatic. In fact, a lot of the attempts that I've seen by people to go super dramatic with their poses have resulted in poses that look kind of weak. The technique isn't there, so the overall impression isn't one that's remarkable. It's not really something that you can look at and say, wow, that looks real. Whereas you can get more realism out of just a standard museum pose by paying attention to every single point of articulation than you can out of just hitting a few points of articulation and trying to do something dramatic. So, let's see, I'm gonna move this arm back just a touch here, straighten that arm just a little bit. I want this rotated out. If this is gonna be my line of sight, if I were gonna be taking a photograph of this, I would want that spear not to be going straight to the side. I don't want it going straight to the front. I want it to be sitting in such a way that it's drawing, that there's an angle that's created that draws the eye straight to the figure itself. Be firm and yet gentle so that you're not knocking other appendages or whatever off kilter and ruining your pose. Again, pretty basic, but because I've actually twisted the legs, created some angles there, bent the knees just ever so slightly, bent the elbows, bent the torso, twisted the torso towards the front, and have the head turned off center and even ever so slightly cocked to suggest attitude. Despite how basic this looks, it's anything but. This look for Batman is so iconic and evocative that it's impossible not to appreciate it. The Dark Knight Returns was a turning point with the way writers handled the character. It escalated the friction in the friendship between Batman and Superman. And the movie design so closely echoes the Frank Miller art that it can represent whatever the collector wants it to in any display.